in tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, where you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks. Wherever you go, you need to know. Anything you want to be. You give me hope. Shine. Oh, shine.
Stand by. Stand by. Here we go. Let's go. Delay. Check the delay and let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Shandel. Let's go. Yes. They're not hearing me saying let's go.
Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go, you
Are
shine.
you hearing me at all?
You
1,
make us
2,
proud.
3, 4, 5.
Despite our challenges at
1,
home,
2,
you
3,
never
4.
give up on us.
1,
Our
2.
sincere thanks. Wherever you go,
Call Charlie and see if he can tell me
need
what
to
to do.
know. Shine. Anything you want to be. Give me hope. Shine. Oh, shine. Shine.
Are you hearing me any at all, Shandel? Are you hearing me any at all? If you're hearing me, come to me. If you're hearing me, you can come to me, Shandel. If you're hearing me, you can come to me. If you're hearing me, come to me, please. Thank you so much for joining us on today's edition of the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm. And this morning, we are delighted to have you joining us here on the Jamaican Diaspora live online here on Power 106 FM. Still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com. And we are going to start with what's in today, as we encourage you to get your copy of the Gleaner Premium. And you too will be able to benefit from a full suite of options and opportunities. On the front page of today's Gleaner, Scott Motley, expose sex offenders, protect our children. Below that, bracing for the worst. Hospitals under intense pressure from fourth wave of COVID. Cops foil hundreds of attempts at murder each year. Commissioner of Police comments on stark reality of crime in Jamaica. And so those are the lead stories on the front page of the Gleaner. Also in the Gleaner, people are scared is the story on page A2. Custos of Westmoreland laments state of crime in the parish. Also, JTA's Smith urges cooperation among education stakeholders for students' benefit. Government senator wants labor laws amended. Ecstatic Glenmuir High tops value added ranking. And let's see. Let's preserve life. Senior cop pushes to reduce murders in central Kingston. And there's a picture of Senior Superintendent of Police Steve McGregor. Also in the Gleaner today, Green's return sends wrong signal, says opposition senator. And that's the return of Floyd Green to the cabinet, according to Senator Scott Motley, without any conclusive pronouncement by the police on the alleged No Movement Day violation. Millen Jamaica Real Estate adopts children's home on long-term basis is another story. EDI and the hoodwinking power of language. New crowdfund appeal to save New Beacon bookstore. The unvaccinated are not all anti-vaxxers is the letter of the day. Mr. Charles's opportunity at agriculture is the editorial, and that's reference to Pernell Charles Jr. There's a cartoon. Let's see now. There's a building, and it's labeled Government Senior Citizens Political Lounge. And we're seeing the images of Mike Henry in a wheelchair. Olivia Babsy Grange is also featured. So too Delroy Chuck, Everett Warmington, Audley Shaw, and Carl Samuda. And a little boy is supposedly passing by and saying, "Cook all feet." And Carl Samuda is supposedly saying, "We get no respect." Time has come for Garvey's posthumous exoneration. That's former Prime Minister P.J. Patterson's contribution in today's Gleaner. And there are other other stories in the Gleaner. You can get your copy, your physical copy of the Gleaner, or you can subscribe to Gleaner Premium. Just Google Gleaner Premium and you should be good to go. How about that? Let's get ready now for our first guest on today's edition of the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online here on Power 106 FM. And our first guest is a clinical psychotherapist, international mental health consultant, author of the publication entitled The Mental Health Pandemic, hashtag Be Gentle to Yourself. Mr. Shane Mark Tull. Good morning to you. How are you? Right, we're not hearing Shane Mark Tull at the moment. Shall we try again? Hello, morning. No. All right, we'll allow our program assistant on duty in the studio to help us to get our first guest online. And while that is happening, we're going to remind you that you're listening to the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online here on Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaner's website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world. And we're broadcasting from St. Andrew, Jamaica on today's edition of the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online. And we welcome those of you listening to us on 106.1, 106.3, 106.5, 106.7, and 106.9. From Moran Point to Negril Point, from the Goat Islands to Galena Point. This is Power 106 FM, serving Jamaica and the diaspora. Hello to those tuned in via the Power 106 FM app, which you can download from the App Store or the Google Play Store, depending on the nature of your device. Downloading is free. Listening is free whenever, wherever. And we thank those of you who have logged on to Facebook Live via the Dervan Malcolm Facebook page and affiliated pages. If you're not there yet, log on to Facebook. In the search box atop the page, type DERVAN MALCOLM, and you too will be able to not just hear, but see what's happening in the studios of Power 106 FM. We thank those of you who have dialed a designated number to listen to Power 106 FM from the United States and the United Kingdom. And we look forward to your full participation. After all, it is your program, the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online. If you're in the United States and you wish to dial a number to listen to the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online, your number is 631-359-8281. 631-359-8281. Those in the United Kingdom who wish to dial a number to listen to Power 106 FM can call 0330-606-0953, 0330-606-0953. And we thank you for downloading the Power 106 FM app from the App Store. You can also download from the Google Play Store. Downloading is free. Listening is free whenever, wherever. There's more after the break. It's 15 minutes past 6 o'clock in the morning here in St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it's 11:15 a.m. in London, England.
The following is a public service announcement. Ministry of Health and Wellness. The Ministry of Health and Wellness advised members of the public to attend the vaccination site on Saturday, January 15 or Sunday, January 16 to receive their first or second dose of the AstraZeneca, Sinopharm, or Johnson Johnson vaccine for persons 18 years or older. Jamaica's 12 years and older will also be offered the first or second dose of the Pfizer vaccine. The following are the sites for Saturday, January 15. St. James, Montego Bay Comprehensive Health Center, Type 5, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Kingston and St. Andrew, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. St. Joseph's Hospital, New Haven Park Health Center, or the Harborview Health Center. St. Catherine, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. St. Jacob Park Health Center, Greater Portmore Health Center, Livingston Anglican Church, or the Old Harbor Civic Center. Trelawney, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Falmouth Health Center, Duncan's Health Center, Low River Health Center, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Westmoreland, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Savannah Lamar Health Center, Royal Medical Center, or the Savannah Lamar Central Medical Center. Hanover, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Lucy Health Center, Sandy Bay Health Center, Hopewell Health Center, or the Green Island Health Center. St. Elizabeth, Santa Cruz Health Center, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Persons should take their vaccination card, a government-issued ID, or a letter from a justice of the peace to the sites. Let's get vaccinated and get back to life. Tune in to Power 106 FM for the longest running religious program on Jamaican radio. Join Pastor Errol Hay and his team as they offer spiritual guidance and intercession grounded in biblical doctrine. Hear powerful testimonies from Jamaica and around the world. The Prayer Line, a source of support and inspiration in these trying times. That's the Prayer Line on Power 106 FM, Sundays at 6:30 p.m. Join us. In tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks. Wherever you go, shine. You need to know. Shine. Anything you want to be. You give me hope. Oh, shine. Shine.
Let's go. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for staying with me on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm, and we're standing by to connect with Mr. Shane Mark Tull, a clinical psychotherapist, an international health consultant, and the author of the mental health pandemic, hashtag be gentle to yourself. While we way to connect with Mr. Tull. Let's say hello to Norman Hines in St. Thomas, who has joined us. Diana McIntyre Pike says, good morning from our precious country, Jamaica, which requires prayers from everyone as we face the challenges of the viruses and crime, helping communities to create economic opportunities, especially in entrepreneurship, is required, especially with our youth. Anyone interested in giving support, please contact me at villagesasbusinesses@yahoo.com. Thank you, Diana McIntyre Pike, for your message. Orlando Gunn, good morning to you. Wayneworth Morrison says good morning to you and your guests. Shane Tull. Beverly in Toronto, Canada says, Diana, who is listening, no one, so much issues in Jamaica not talked about here. That's Beverly's response. One of the messages popping up. Angela in Toronto, Canada has joined us. Beverly says, work at home, sweet when you just have to walk from upstairs to work with no traffic, but to stop by for a cup of tea on your way to work. Smile. And Faye Duncan says, blessed Sabbath to you, Dervan, and to everyone tuned in from the diaspora. And good morning. She was the first to say good morning. Thank you very much, Beverly. All the very best to you, and thanks for making it the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. Let's go now to our guest who has been waiting in the wings, Mr. Shane Mark Tull, clinical psychotherapist, international mental health consultant, and author of The Mental Health Pandemic. Good morning and welcome, Shane. How are you? Hello? All right, not hearing. Are you there, Shane Mark? Hello? Shane Mark, are you there? Oh, there you are. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much for joining us here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. Can you give our listeners an idea of what sparked your interest in and where did you find the time, or how did you find the time to write this publication, The Mental Health Pandemic? We need some volume there. Sorry. Just a moment. And what do you hope people will take away from this publication, from this book on mental health? How are you hoping it will impact lives?
I'm hoping that it will help us to have a more open conversation about mental health. The goal is to demystify the stigma around mental health, especially in the Caribbean. And I'm hoping that anyone can pick up this book and read it, and at the end of it, feel that they have more tools in their box in terms of understanding their own mental health and understanding the mental health of the loved ones and people around them, and how they can support them.
Take us through the book in summary. What will we see? What will we learn? and what can we expect? Yes, I was saying, can you take us through the book? What will we see? What will we learn? And what can we expect?
And some of the things that we will learn is how do we communicate about mental health. There's a chapter also talks about dealing with depression and suicide and mental health. But most of all, my favorite one is self-care. How do we take care of ourselves during a pandemic, and how do we collectively take care of each other? And I want people not to think of mental health as an abstract thought, but more so as a collective encounter with each other and how we support each other on a daily basis. Everything we do is mental health. Everyone you encounter will evoke an emotion in you, either good or bad. But the goal for the book is for really to have a conversation about mental health, demystifying the myths around mental health, and really coming together collectively and making mental health a community event where ways society can support the mental health of the people in your country. I think it's important that it's going to take a collective effort of community leaders and other stakeholders to address the mental health issue in our countries, but more so to address the stigma around mental health.
Mhm. And how can people get a hold uh, uh, to as they seek to understand what they're going through and to be able to take the steps necessary? What can what can what can people do or what do they need to do to get their copy? How can they get their hands on the book?
It's on Amazon. It's doing very well in Australia, and you can get it in a hard copy or Kindle copy. So that's a place where you can get it right now. But eventually, I'm working right now to make it available at some place in Kingston as well. So I mean, I'm in talks with a few places to see how they're the book.
And how much of what is done of your own, or is it a collection of data that you have put together to to help those who are having to deal with mental health issues?
It's a combination of research and my clinical experience for over 25 years. And I really wanted to break down the academic mental health and put it into layman's terms. Anyone can pick it up and read it and feel that this is something they would better understand it of, and something that they may want to share with someone in their lives as well. That they would encourage someone else to read it as well. So it's been really a part of my life work.
Understood. We hope to speak with you again at some point as the pandemic rages on, because it is an important issue. This is consider this a teaser this morning. We will need more time to explore all the facets of mental health issues. But in the meantime, thank you for the teaser. We hope those who have heard of the publication will get their copy and will put it to good use.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. Be gentle to yourselves.
Hashtag be gentle to yourselves. Absolutely. Thank you very much for that. More in a moment.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
6:30 in the morning here in St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it's It's just about 12:30 p.m. 12:30 p.m. in Paris, France.
Shop at Stewart's Hardware and Home Center for your business and home improvement. They offer plumbing, electrical, paints, lawn and garden, lumber, cement, and all your remittance needs. Visit 56 Manchester Avenue, Mayfair, 82 East Street, Ottawa, with St. John's Highway, Mandeville, Longville Park, and Lionel Town. For more information, call 876-986-9100 or 876-745-2478. Stewart's Hardware and Home Center, building values.
Become the hero on the scene by taking the COVID vaccine. Vaccinated as soon as you get all the facts, don't listen to the rumors. This vaccine might just make it possible for teachers to sit face to face with schoolers. This vaccine make it safer for everybody, from the young to the elderly. Don't you want to go back to living normally when things were more orderly? And if you want to live a long good life, then we all have to do what's right. So let's get vaccinated along with the heroes on the front line.
A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Jesus, oh Jesus, oh how I love to call your name.
Tune in to Power 106 FM for the longest running religious calling program on Jamaican radio, The Prayer Line. Join Pastor Errol Hay and his team as they offer spiritual guidance and intercession grounded in biblical doctrine. Hear powerful testimonies from Jamaica and around the world. The Prayer Line, a source of support and inspiration in these trying times. That's The Prayer Line on Power 106 FM, Sundays at 6:30 p.m. Join us.
You shall live to hear the words of God. Amen. You shall be a living testimony here on the Lord's side.
In tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. You need to know. Shine. Anything you want to be. Shine. Oh, shine. Shine.
Let's go, studio. Thanks for staying with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. I am Dervan Malcolm, and we're coming to you live from the parish of St. Andrew. And we are going to make a connection now with the Jamaicans in France of the Association of Jamaicans in France. They're going to be giving us an idea of the kind of year that they have had and their projections for 2022. Ms. Marcia Dawn Bernard is the president of the Jamaica Diaspora en France, and she joins us now. Hello, Marcia Dawn
Marcia
Bernard.
Dawn Bernard.
Bonjour, ça va?
Ça va?
Hello.
Hello.
All right, not hearing her at the moment. One would imagine the team in the studio is just making sure we get everybody online. As we said, Marcia Dawn Bernard is the president of the Jamaica Diaspora en France. Dr. Peter George Smith is the vice president of the Jamaica Diaspora en France. While we're waiting for Marcia Dawn Bernard and Chris Ann Blake to join us, let's go to Dr. George Smith, vice president of the Jamaica Diaspora en France. Dr. Smith, good morning. Bonjour, ça va?
Ça va très bien, merci. Et toi-même?
Très bien, merci.
Très bien, merci.
And also online, ambassador and advisor for the Jamaica Diaspora en France, Ms. Renée Foster. Salut Renée, ça va?
Ça va. Bonjour, je vais bien. Et toi?
Très bien, merci.
Très bien, merci.
We also have, so we're standing by now for the other two members of the Jamaica Diaspora en France who are scheduled to join us at this time. In the meantime, let's get on with it. First of all, Dr. Peter George Smith, how would you characterize 2021 in the life of the Jamaica Diaspora en France? What kind of year was 2021? And what are your expectations in this brand new year, 2022?
Yes. So good morning again, Renee. Good morning. As we all know, we haven't been able to escape knowing about this thing. Living within it is the pandemic, and because of the pandemic, we've had to make quite a few adjustments in how we lived our lives over the past 2 years. And the Jamaican Diaspora in France, no exception, has had to make a few adaptations to the plans that we had set for the year, right, to make sure that we managed to operate safely within the space of the COVID. So the primary changes that we had last year had to do with shifting away from a lot of the activities that we're going to do in a physical space and do them instead in an online setting. Okay. So we had to cancel quite a few of the plans that we had, for events, for different activities, and we shifted to online. We did most of our programs via Zoom, and even though we were quite new at putting together events of this kind, quite unlike you in your profession, we did manage to pull it off because we managed to get folk to participate actively in the things that we did. And of course, a lot of the programs that we had were part of the objectives of the association, being to link Jamaicans living primarily in France and the rest of the diaspora with what was going on last year. So all in all, I think we had a very successful year despite the ravages of the pandemic that we've had to live through. Now this year is going to be no different. We still are planning some physical elements of our programs, but bearing in mind that at any minute we can have lockdowns. So we are looking at as well at contingencies to do things online rather than in a physical setting.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for your perspective. Let's now hear from Renee Foster, ambassador and advisor of the Jamaica Diaspora en France. How much were you able to get done in 2021 on behalf of the Jamaica Diaspora en France, considering the vagaries of COVID-19? Renee? Did we lose her? Hello? 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 Renee? No, we're not hearing Renee at all. Who did we lose? Are we? All right. While we're waiting to reconnect with Renee, let's see if we have, is Chris Blake on yet? No. And Don Bernard, who is of course the president, not on just yet. So we'll keep trying. Not sure what the situation is, but we'll keep trying. This is the Jamaican Diaspora live online on Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world. And the team in the studio is just double checking the numbers and trying to make that connection. All right, we're going to try Renee in the meantime. And Renee, I was asking before you got the call got disconnected, the extent to which you were able to get any significant amount of work done, considering all that has been happening with respect to COVID-19. Was it a case of a general sense of resignation that, well, this is another rough year. Let's just wait it out. I'm sure that wasn't the attitude, Renee.
Absolutely not. Quite the opposite. You know, as Jamaicans, we always find a way, and we were intentional about ensuring that we engaged persons and that we brought elements of Jamaica and culture to France and vice versa. And so we used our online facilities, and we reached out. Dervan, the party that we had in Christmas, the only thing that was lacking was the physical touching of each other. But we had a grand time online with acts from Jamaica, with acts from France. Persons were onlining, people were dressed up. So I would say we achieved about 90% of the objectives that we had set out at the beginning of the year, barring the fact that we couldn't do some physical activities that we had planned. But we had a great time, and we focused a lot on people's mental health. You know, we reached out to persons who might have been shut away, and we got into their homes virtually. We got them to engage with us. You know, even the Lister Gilby School, the school for the deaf in Jamaica, we involved them in our patois speaking competition. You know, it was an exciting year, and we really look forward to a greater year in 2022. We work with the challenges, and we make the best of them, and that's what we do.
Mm-hmm. And that is quite evident and commendable. Rain or shine, as they say, snow or sleet, the show must go on, and it's quite remarkable what you've been able to achieve under the circumstances where we're really trying to connect. I'm not sure what's happening or not happening with respect to connecting with Marcia Dawn Bernard, because we have her particulars. It's the same number we have always called, So we're not sure what's happening there, but no doubt the team in the studio will fix that as soon as possible. Of course, Marcia Bernard is the president, Marcia Dawn Bernard, the president of the Jamaica Diaspora en France. Let's take the break and come back.
Or 106 FM. The time is now
14 minutes to 7 o'clock in the morning here in St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means, en français, il est 7 heures moins 14. Il est 7 heures moins 14 dans le matin.
Home Center for your business and home improvement. They offer plumbing, electrical, paints, lawn and garden, lumber, cement, and all your remittance needs. Visit 56 Manchester Avenue, Mayfair, 82 East Street, Old Harbor, Winston Jones Highway, Mandeville, Longville Park, and Lionel Town. For more information, call 876-986-9100 or 876-745-2478. Stuart's Hardware and Home Center, building values. Consumer Talks, educating and empowering consumers towards a more vigilant and confident consumer-friendly Jamaica. Join us every second and last Tuesday of each month at 9:35 on Real Business. Listen and learn about your rights and responsibilities. Learn how the CAC works to empower consumers in Jamaica. Consumer Talks, brought to you by the Consumer Commission, protecting your rights, securing our future.
In tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks. Wherever you go, shine.
Let's go.
You need to know.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm, and we've been featuring the Jamaica Diaspora en France. That's an association of Jamaicans, not only in France. In fact, they're all over the world, which makes this organization all the more powerful because they're not located in just one place, although France is the base, so to speak. I mean, that could be debatable as well. I'm sure they'll all tell me that Jamaica is the base in a sense, because this is home. But let's remind you, for those of you just tuning in, that our guests are Dr. Peter George Smith, Vice President of the Jamaica Diaspora en France, Mrs. Renee Foster, Ambassador and Advisor, Jamaica Diaspora en France, and Ms. Chrisanne Blake, Secretary of the Jamaica Diaspora en France. But right now, we're happy to have finally connected with Madame le Président, the President of the Jamaica Diaspora en France, Ms. Marcia Dawn Bernard. Bienvenue, Marcia, ça va?
Très bien, merci beaucoup, ça va très bien, merci.
Bon, très bien. All right. So now you've had the task of leading this team of committed Jamaicans, and I'm sure you have maybe one or two friends of Jamaica in the mix as well, if even as part of a particular initiative or project. But how do you plan in an environment such as this, Marcia Dawn Bernard? We've had just about 2 years of having to deal with this pandemic. This is a big year, Jamaica 60. Uh, Grace Kennedy turns 100 this year, and there are other notable. The ninth biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference. The hope is that we will have both a virtual and a face-to-face option. So we'll see how that goes. But in the meantime, how do you plan in this environment, which not just, well, it's a global situation. How do you plan? How do you organize? How do you position your organization in this time?
First of all, thank you, Dervan, for inviting us to your program again. We're very grateful. Yes, this is a very complicated situation because of the COVID number of cases, the different changes put in place. You know, one day you can go out almost freely. The next day you have to. There are so many restrictions, but you know, as Jamaicans, we fight through. We're gonna plan. JDIF will plan all the events that we need to plan, and you know, face to face or virtual. We will go with the restrictions of the government. If it's possible for us to be out there, we will be out there. We will represent Jamaica, and we will try to do as much possible, whether through events. Well, you know, we have the picnic, the Jamaican annual picnic at the Independence Day. So we will participate in that. We're not the one organizing it, but we are going to partner with the company that will organize that event, and we will do other events. We don't have everything yet to put out there. We cannot say everything yet, but we have a few events planned that is face-to-face events coming up, and we won't let COVID or Omicron stop us. We will try to be out there, and if we cannot be out there, we will have a virtual events, and we are definitely having one virtual event, you know, the day before Independence, and that's the 5th of August. But before that, we have lots of other events planned here in Nanterre. And you know, we partner with an organization called LOMEPS, and pushing JD forward especially in the sports event. Yeah.
Okay. So it sounds as if you're like all the other members of the team have said so far. You have been pressing on and doing what you can in keeping with the infection prevention and control measures which are in place. And how this is also an indication that no matter where in the world you are these days, you can form organizations, you can hold your meetings with the various directors or members or representatives of your organization who are not necessarily all in the same place. What has that been like for you, Dr. Peter George Smith? Dr. Smith?
Yes, I'm here. Hello?
Yes, I was asking, what has it been like, considering that you're all not in the same place? For example, you're in Florida, Dr. Peter George Smith, Renee Foster, ambassador and advisor. She's in Jamaica. President Marcia Dawn Bernard is in France. And we also have Chris Ann. Well, she she's not going to be joining us this morning, but she's the secretary and she's in Jamaica. So I was just wondering how the extent to which that works for you in terms of uh, having this network of team members working from different locations in the world. It for me it seems exciting. Is that the same for you, Mr. Vice President?
Absolutely, Dervan. You hear me now, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, perfect. Yeah, most definitely, Dervan. You know, we have the saying, make hay while the sun shine, or when life gives you lemon, you it, and so on, right? So we live by the mantra of making opportunities out of adversity, right? As a matter of fact, to us, there's nothing which is negative. Anything seemingly negative always presents an opportunity for change, for improvement, right? And that's what we live by. So specifically with respect to your question, the beauty about it is that whereas in the past, before the advent of Zoom and internet and so on, you had to be in a physical space together. They now allow us to be able to group people worldwide, right? So, and that is what the pandemic has done for us. The pandemic has restricted the ability of gathering together. So now we all meet virtually, and it means that we can have members' participation from anywhere in the world. And that is something which has been proven by the online events that we've had over the past 12 months. We have participants from Jamaica, of course, from Spain, from the rest of Europe, from all over. And the fact, again, that you mentioned, I'm here in Miami, Renee is in Jamaica, Marcia is in Paris. It doesn't stop us from being able to move forward with the association. So it has really been a powerful way more Jamaicans involved in the association, whether, in terms of the executive where we meet and we discuss plans, or we have the actual members and non-members participate in the activities that we have. So it has really been a tremendous opportunity presented, Dervan, if I may say so.
Thank you very much. And as we get ready to wrap, and we will be in touch with you and your team leading up to the various activities for Jamaica 60, whether they're virtual or otherwise. We'll be catching up with you along the way. Jamaica 60 and the biennial, 9th biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference, etc. But what are your expectations, notwithstanding COVID-19 and related matters, your expectations for Jamaica Diaspora en France going forward as we start a new year, 2022?
Thank you, Dervan. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm really expecting more people to get involved in this Jamaican Diaspora en France, JDIF. We're really expecting to have more members. We're expecting to have more companies collaborating with JDIF, collaborating and probably sponsoring JDIF. In order for us to move forward with most of our events, like language events that we're still having this year, we need to have sponsorship. So we expect to have companies really participating and collaborating with JDIF. And also, we're looking forward to have the deaf community, getting more help. We also had the Listomere Gilbert High School, and we are trying to help them in many ways as we can. So that's my expectation: more membership, more sponsorship collaborations, and more event. People getting more involved in what we're doing as global
organization. It says en France, Jamaican Diaspora en France, but this is now global because we have friends and members from all over.
And so it is. We thank you all so much. Sorry, the connections, in the earlier stages, a little problematic, but we're happy we eventually got to hear from you all, and we look forward to keeping in touch as the year unfolds. But well done, and we'll talk again soon.
Dervan?
Okay, Dervan. Merci beaucoup.
Dorian.
Can I say one thing before you go?
All right, we have to take the break because we're over time. One moment, please.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
A minute past 1 o'clock here in St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it is 1:01 p.m. in Paris, France.
Jesus, oh Jesus, oh how I love to call your name.
Tune in to Power 106 FM for the longest running religious call-in program on Jamaican radio, The Prayer Line. Join Pastor Errol Hay and his team as they offer spiritual guidance and intercession grounded in biblical doctrine. Hear powerful testimonies from Jamaica and around the world.
I just want to say I'm standing in the presence of God and I'm covered under the blood of Jesus.
The Prayer Line, a source of support and inspiration in these trying times. That's The Prayer Line on Power 106 FM, Sundays at 6:30 p.m. Join us.
We shall live to declare the truth. Amen. We shall money. You're on the Lord's side.
In tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our dear, thanks. Wherever you go.
Let's go, studio. Wrapping our engagement with members of the Jamaica Diaspora en France. You've been hearing from, you heard earlier on from Renee Foster, Ambassador and Advisor, Jamaica Diaspora en France. Dr. Peter George Smith is Vice President of the Jamaica Diaspora en France. And of course, Marcia Dawn Bernard is the President of the Jamaica Diaspora en France. And you wanted to say a bit more, going to the break a short while ago. Marcia, please go ahead.
I just wanted to say thanks to our sponsors in Jamaica, Pops and Mali and Yummy. They have been really, very faithful to what they have been doing to all our events, and we are very grateful. So that's Pops and Mali and Yummy Bakery. We thank them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Marcia, Bernard. Thanks, everybody. Let's get ready for our next segment right now here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. Doing our best to move it along as quickly as possible as we get ready to connect with the founder and honorary chairman of the Jamaica Diaspora, Southern United States. And we're also going to be speaking with the president of the Jamaica Diaspora, Southern USA. And as we get ready to hear from them, let's thank those of you who have been messaging us, as usual, here on the Jamaican Diaspora live online on Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world. We are looking back at 2021, even as we look forward with expectation here in 2022. And so in just a moment, the connection will be made, or the connections are being made in the studios of Power 106 FM. While that is happening, let's clear a couple of your messages here on the live online on Power 106 FM. And we thank those of you who have been up since we started at 6 o'clock this morning. We know getting up on a Saturday morning is not necessary. Well, getting up that early is not necessarily what people look forward to. Let's see. Valerie Rochester in Atlanta, Georgia says, good morning, Dervan, to you and your wonderful listeners. Welcome. Thank you, Valerie Rochester. Gray Shim says, good morning, Mr. Malcolm. This weekend is really cold on the West Florida Sun Coast. Not as cold as the Diaspora North, as the Mason-Dixon line. Still, walk good and stay safe. So, and you do likewise, Gray Shim. And Gray Shim says, Mr. Malcolm, I was shocked to read about the recent murder of the 10-year-old, or was it 9? Well, there was a 10-year-old and more recently a 9-year-old who was said to be autistic as well and had a speech impediment, whose throat was slashed in some kind of a attempted abduction. Really quite sad. We dealt with that on the Jamaican, on both sides of the story over the last couple of days. Condolences to the family, friends, colleagues, neighbors, well-wishers of the deceased. Hello to, well, Gray Shim is in St. James. Dr. Trevor Dixon says, good morning, Mr. Malcolm. Greetings from Morristown, New Jersey. Dr. Trevor Dixon is the founder of Jaja Foundation, Jamaicans at Home, Jamaicans at Home, helping Jamaicans abroad, helping Jamaicans at home. And he has been one of those on the front line, both here in Jamaica and in New York. He's an emergency medicine physician at Jacobi Medical Center in the Bronx. Welcome to Inez Iona Campbell, who has joined us. She's in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Rob Brown is online, so too James Reed. Thank you very much. And let's go now to our guests online. The founder and honorary chairman of the Jamaica Diaspora, Southern United States, Dr. Alan Cunningham. Good morning to you, Dr. Cunningham, and Happy New Year. How are you?
Good morning, Dervan. It's always a pleasure. Happy New Year. I'm doing quite well considering the current environment that we're facing here in South Florida.
Yes, understandably so. And let's welcome as well the president of the Jamaica Diaspora, Southern USA, Dr. Rosemary Adamson Lewis. Welcome, Dr. Rose. How are you? Not yet? Okay. Dr. Rose, are you there?
Yes, I am here. Good morning. Thank you.
Morning. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online. Dr. Alan Cunningham, when you envisaged the founding of the Jamaica Diaspora Southern USA, did you imagine anything like what we have been experiencing so far? surely you would have had a lot of plans and what would happen by this time and that time and this period and that period. To what extent have you been able to cause those plans and original goals to come to light in this dark period, with hope, of course, of COVID-19?
Uh, Thank you for asking that question, Dervan. So the vision was to create a greater level of engagement in the southern 13 states, and for us to build partnerships amongst ourselves here in the diaspora. And so the first important variable that was necessary was to create create a leadership team that would understand the vision and be able to execute on a great level. And so when we decided that we wanted Dr. Rosemary Lewis as our president, it was one of the best decisions that we have made, and the ensuing board that was also a part of the strategic mission. All the board members stepped up, and I'm not talking about those only in South Florida, but we have board members from North Carolina, from Tennessee, from Arizona, from Georgia, representing some of the states that is here in the 13th state. So it was a great decision to include these persons, and I'm very thankful. And I believe that to a large extent, we have executed last year and the year before since our commencement of the organization. Mm-hmm. I think we are also facing challenges because of the pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic. And so I think for the most part there, but I'm happy, I'm thankful, I'm humbled, I'm honored to have had these individuals working with me, and I'm looking forward to the future with great enthusiasm because of their leadership. Mm-hmm. So I'm extremely happy. I think we're in a good place.
Very, very good. And let's find out from Dr. Rose Marie Adamson Lewis, Madam President, what kind of year, how would you characterize 2021 for JADIAS, the Jamaica Diaspora, Southern United States?
Hi, Sergi. How are you?
Great. Welcome.
Yeah, it was a year that was filled with uncertainty because of the pandemic issue, but we were able to sift through, and we were able to make calculated decisions as to when we do not meet in person, we were able to meet virtually to execute plans that would have lifted JADIAS up in an upward mobility, and we got things done. Yes. So one of my biggest, tallest, happiest events was the Hall of Fame that we were able to do despite the pandemic. And so I believe going forward we can do even greater things. It just depends on how we market ourselves and how we position ourselves. It can be done. Not saying that it's easy, but we were able to show that this year. Mm-hmm. I mean, last year.
Yes. Yes, thank you, Dr. Rose. Let's just take the break and come back in just a moment.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
15 minutes past 7 o'clock in St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it's the same time in Miami, Florida.
The following is a public service announcement from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
The Ministry of Health and Wellness invites members of the public to attend a vaccination site on Saturday, January 15 or Sunday, January 16 to receive their first or second dose of the AstraZeneca, Sinopharm, or Johnson & Johnson vaccine for persons 18 years and older. Jamaicans 12 years and older will also be offered the first or second dose of the Pfizer vaccine. The following are the sites for Saturday, January 15. St. James, Montego Bay Comprehensive Health Center Type 5, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Kingston and St. Andrew, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. St. Joseph's Hospital, Doheny Park Health Center, or the Harborview Health Center. St. Catherine, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. St. Jago Park Health Center, Greater Portmore Health Center, Linstead Anglican Church, or the Old Harbor Civic Center. Trelawney, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Falmouth Health Center, Duncan's Health Center, Low River Health Center, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Westmoreland, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Savannah Lamar Health Center, Royal Medical Center, or the Savannah Lamar Central Medical Center. Hanover, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Lucy Health Center, Sandy Bay Health Center, Hopewell Health Center, or the Green Health Center. St. Elizabeth Santa Cruz Health Center, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Persons should take their vaccination card, a government-issued ID, or a letter from a justice of the peace to the sites. Let's get vaccinated and get back to life.
Shop at Stewart's Hardware and Home Center for your business and home improvement. They offer plumbing, electrical, paints, lawn and garden, lumber, cement, and all your remittance needs. Visit 56 Manchester Avenue, Mayfair, 82 East Street, Old Harbor, Winston Jones Highway, Mandeville, Longville Park, and Lionel Town. For more information, call 876-986-9100 or 876-745-2478. Stewart's Hardware and Home Center, building values.
Let your voice be heard. Watch TVJ Sports Network, JNN, or One Spot Media, and vote for your favorite in the RJR Gleaner National Sportsman and Sportswoman of the Year Awards, People's Choice Performance of the Year Award. Vote from Michael Antonio's Super World Cup qualifiers goal against the USA, Fraser McConnell's historic supercar win in the Nordic Rallycross, Hansel Parchment's golden run at the Olympic 110-meter hurdles, Megan Tapper's joyful Olympic bronze medal in the 100-meter hurdles, Elaine Thompson-Hera's spectacular 10.54-second sprint at the Eugene Diamond League. Vote by text or voice to 876-444-2473 or online at the RJR Gleaner Sports Foundation website or any of the websites of the RJR Gleaner Group. Sponsored by the VM Group, J. Rand Nephew, Digicel, Pure Country Juices, The Gleaner, Radio Jamaica, Hits 92 FM, Power 106 FM, and RETV.
You're listening to
In tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks. Wherever you go.
That's so. Dr. Alan Cunningham is founder and honorary chairman of the Jamaican Diaspora, Southern United States. Dr. Rosemary Adamson Lewis is the president of that organization, JADIAS, and together they've been sharing with us their perspectives on JADIAS and its work, COVID-19 notwithstanding. And can you give us an idea, Dr. Cunningham, of some of the work, some of the COVID-19 specific activities that JADIAS has been involved in, which form a natural part of the mission of JADIAS?
Certainly, Dervan. So we have partnered with the Jamaica Council consulate in Miami with the Consul General, Mr. Alva Mir, and his team, and to assist in our inaugural year, 2020. I say I'm having a problem with 2021 because time is so fast in this environment. But 2020, we partnered with the consulate to assist stranded Jamaicans here in South Florida to get back home. And we have partnered with the city of Miramar as well and the city of Lauderdale to assist with the distribution of food supplies and school supplies for kids that were in need. And we have also partnered with the Jamaican Men of Florida on
which we'll hear more about
in terms of delivery of tablets and the technology that was needed to Jamaica. So we are working on several things, and we have worked on several things in the past. And in addition to that, we have engaged in the diaspora to share information on the vaccines and locations where persons would be vaccinated. Not only did we look at assistance in the diaspora, but as in Jamaica as well, in terms of assisting with the telethon, the 2020 telethon, where the government was able to raise close to $500,000. Sorry. And we have also assisted locally with just a matter of sharing of information and providing essentials for persons that need information. So outside of that, we are looking to continue our assistance in the community here, especially this being the year of the Diamond Jubilee, our 60th anniversary of celebration. So we have a lot of stuff planned, Dervan, but I'm going to give the president, our hard-working president, Dr. Rosemary Lewis, a chance to speak about those as well.
Sure. By all means. Dr. Rose, before you tell us about the plans in this year of Jamaica's Diamond Jubilee, we are anxious to hear from you the significance of the Jadias Hall of Fame induction ceremony, which was held some time ago in November, I believe it was. Time flies. What did it mean for you and Dr. Cunningham and the other members of the team to have been able to achieve what you achieved through that event, again, COVID-19 notwithstanding?
Yes, we were able to achieve the goals that we set out for. See, the DIAS, the organization, our mission is that we reach the Jamaican community here in the diaspora and for them to understand that we are here for them. And we help to augment their passion, whatever it is that they can do in the community, that we are there with them to work with them, and they are never alone, and they have an organization that they can take their matters to. I'm not saying that we're going to solve all their problems, but it's just for them to understand that we are there for them. And if we do not have the answer right away, we will work and collaborate with the Consul General's office to make sure that we get the job done and to give the information that they need. Because our mission is to empower the Jamaican diaspora as change agents by any means, for the development of Jamaica, and to energize them and to contribute positively to the mission and to help others. So in reference to the Hall of Fame, we needed to establish three main things. One of them is for others out there who do not know that we exist to understand who we are and what we do in the community. The next thing, we needed to award some stalwarts in the community who have been working tirelessly over the years. And so we felt that it was time for them to be recognized for what they have been doing, whether they contributed to education or the health sector. We needed to let them know that we see what you're doing, and now it's our time to say thank you for all that you were doing. And then finally, we wanted to ensure that all of us among the 13 states, that we were working in a collaborative way, like Dr. Allen has said, and together we were to get the job done. And that was a testament at the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm. And now to the projections for 2022, the plans. How are things looking from your perspective, Madam President?
We are getting there. We are going to utilize the virtual platform to continue what we've started. We have some very interesting items on our agenda, and two of the main ones are looking at mental health through symposium, and we're going to also engage the youth and anti-trafficking. We are planning to have workshops that would teach us or educate us